Hello, hello, are we live? I know the music's still going, but I didn't want to drag out that intro too long. I'm already 8 minutes late to when the stream was supposed to start. That's like 5 minutes longer than we should be. But yeah, sorry for the delays, everybody. How are we all doing? Is the audio balance okay? My voice is peaking. It's a bit too loud on here. Definitely need to turn the music down either. If that's good. But yeah, this is the Five Nights at Freddy's theme tune now. Well, it's the Five Nights at Freddy's movie motif, I guess. I mean, in the soundtrack, it's just called Five Nights at Freddy's. Check this out. Like, that's what we're listening to. This is like the title, you know, piece. And honestly, I hadn't even noticed. The soundtrack for this movie isn't bad, but it really didn't stand out. And honestly, maybe it's just because on the first viewing you barely noticed the soundtrack, because I've had a lot of experiences in the past where I've gone to the cinema, watched a movie, listened to the actual soundtrack, like album version later, and been like, I didn't hear this, there were so many other sounds playing, I was experiencing it for the first time, I didn't even notice. But yeah, it actually, listening to the soundtrack is different from actually just, you know, hearing it in the movie. And that being said, I've gone to movies and immediately noticed the soundtrack and already thought, yeah, I'm listening to that when I get home. And I didn't get that with this movie. I've got to say, though, I mean, definitely suits the atmosphere, at least. So, enough of that, though, because we're not actually going to be using this... Whoa, I clicked the wrong thing. I actually do have a charity shout-out for today, but I don't have a question of the day. I need to come up with one. Also, I forgot to charge my headphones, which is why the wire is here. But how are you guys doing anyways? DJ, Livy, Ethan, Big Mouth Chicken, BMC. Sorry for wasting your time, guys, but I just need a minute to get set up here. I've been waiting to see your reaction to this game. Not sure if you're ready for Freddy. Hello, Home Slices. Really appreciate having the moderators in chat, because I want to set a very clear ground rule now, and I'm going to repeat this. No spoilers. Yet. Okay? No spoilers yet. But yeah, we got the mod trio. We got a mod trio. But yeah, we got mod squad. But yeah, anyway. I don't have a question of the day for today, guys. Look, I'm just going to be honest. Like, if any of you have one, I'm trying to think of something. Because I want it to be related to the movie, but I don't want to discuss spoilers. Oh, I got an idea. Alright, just trust me. I have a plan. Arthur, John, I have a plan. QOTD pending. Alright, we don't have one yet. Can you guys even read that? It looks really small for some reason. Just gonna up that size a bit. But anyways, today's chat is telling us a Child's Play. I'll talk more about them later. Okay. Let me close these. Don't want any of you guys seeing in there. So, welcome back. Exactly. The chat is so moderated right now. Chat is dominated by the mods. So, all I need to do is tell you three. No spoilers, please. You all... DJ, have you seen the FNaF movie yet? Because Ethan, Livy, and I have, which we'll talk about, but I don't know if you have. But yeah, we got Mod Squad on the scene. Honestly. Good QOTD, by the way, DJ. I like the suggestion, but I'm not going to use it today. Yeah, that was the intro music. Honestly, not bad. Maybe I should give this a listen. Yeah, downloading FNaF the movie, the game. You may also like Security Breach, Fury's Rage, and Freddy in Space 2. You can see what kind of thing this is. Yes, guys. Let me just fill you in. For those of you who don't know, Duncan, welcome to the stream. Scott Cawthon has released a game. It has been over 2 years since Scott released a game. Not as like an official FNaF release, like a big, this is another Steelbook project. Like an actual handmade game. And it's probably going to be something like this. Some kind of troll game. The FNaF the movie, the game, according to the description, based on the upcoming Five Nights at Freddy's movie, experience the movie storyline as an interactive adventure. For those who don't want the movie spoiled for them, I would recommend staying away from this game until after next week. Major spoilers ahead. And I've actually made this image my profile picture on Discord, because I think this is the absolute best photograph of the ones used on here. These are all stills from the movie. These are actually in the movie. And yeah, honestly, it's kind of crazy that this is happening, and it's also sudden now. I haven't really covered or addressed it on the channel, because I've not really had much to say. I've been trying to stay away from the FNaF movie to kind of avoid spoilers, I guess, and to just kind of be able to experience it and immerse myself in it without any kind of expectations or as minimal kind of knowledge as possible, because there's been a lot of trailers and TV spots coming out recently. But guys, the FNaF movie is real now. It's here and it's happening, so that's what we're getting into. So before we continue, I really should have done this sooner, but I'm just going to do this for now, okay? Right now, I'm going to get up this text box. Should create a new one. I'm going to call it spoilers. Alright. Do not spoil the FNaF movie. I'm just going to put this here. Feel like that's pretty direct. Pretty clear. There should be someone on the screen. Maybe it should be over there. Give me a second. I feel like I should maybe do it more like this. Do not spoil the FNaF movie. There we go. But yeah, just because not everyone has had a chance to see it yet. It's very new. The UK got that early release, which is kind of crazy. I feel like that could be pretty similar. Just, no spoilers. I'm just going to put no FNaF movie spoilers. How about that? Yeah. But yeah. I meant to prepare this in advance, but I kind of just didn't, so I apologize. But if I just give it a background color, that's just a bit... There we go. I know it's a bit clunky, guys. It's not very stylish, but I made this on short notice. And it doesn't need to be anything fancy, okay? Is that legible, though? I feel like I should change the text font. That's such a generic, bland text font. How about we actually go with one of my font colors? What about Nova Round? How would that look? It doesn't really work. What about DHF? Surely not. Do we like that? I feel like that's legible, but I could totally be wrong. It's a very title text rather than like a notice text. But like, if you guys are happy with it, I'm going to keep this here the whole stream. Or most of the stream. Are we happy with that? I know it covers up some of chat, but... Let's just get into this, alright? Alright. Now. Indeed. Indeed. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Now, I'm sure all of you here already know what's going on. I'm not a go-to FNaF YouTuber. You've already gotten your info from someplace else more reliable than me. I wonder if he actually does do any stuff like that anymore. I haven't checked on Ambience's community tab in a while, because I love... Here we go. I love these. I love these polls he does. Yeah. I saw this, which is interesting. I'm gonna check back on this later. I'm gonna just pin that with a bunch of other things I got there. Man, we are already 12 minutes into the stream. What am I doing? I'm out of time. Gosh, I'm actually so slowed down. But anyway, I always over-contextualize stuff. So how about we just get on with this, okay? Because I think I already know what this is. I'm 10 days late to this. I've seen a couple things floating around, just at the odd thumbnail or so. I think I already know what it is. I need to talk about this as well. But, alright, guys. Alright, here's what's going to happen. This is my games folder, and... FNaF the movie, the game. Whoa. Right here. I don't know why the cover art isn't working. But basically, I'm just going to timestamp the stream for people's convenience, because this intro has been an absolute flop. Thank you for your patience. Please just bear with me. Give me a few minutes. I got a lot to say. Yeah. Is it all good? Is it all good, guys? Is that legible, actually? I just want to make sure. I should probably have that on both screens. If I just add it over to here as well. If I put... Oh, where is it? Text. Just like so. I meant to set this up before I went live, but I completely forgot. I'm so sorry. Is that good? Like, I can change the colors, I can change the font, I can change the size, all kinds of things. Please just tell me if there's a... If you think there would be something improved. If it's good, if you're happy with it, then I'm leaving it. I'm not changing it for the stream. Alright? Alright. So... Alright, forgive me, I'm still ill. I still haven't recovered from this head cold. I've had a sore throat and, like, you know, really bad sniffles. I'm really sorry. I haven't gotten better. I'm able to keep going, but it's like, oh my god, it's been a drain on me, which is really annoying. Hey, the logo loaded. Alright, let's just get into this. So, timestamp here. Gotta hydrate. Okay. So, FNaF, the movie, the video, the game? No, I did that wrong. Hold on a second. I'm doing this for the timestamp, guys. It'll make sense. Hold on. Alright. FNaF, the movie, the game, the video, live edition. Scott Cawthon himself just released a spin-off FNaF game based on the brand new Five Nights at Freddy's movie. It's real, guys. It's finally here. And I've seen the movie already. So join me for a spoiler-free playthrough of the game and, if you so wish, an honest review of the Five Nights at Freddy's movie itself, which will involve spoilers, okay? What we're going to be doing, as you can see over here, no FNaF movie spoilers yet. We're going to play this new game. A new game released by Scott Cawthon himself. An actual indie game that he's made himself. The first one in years. After he finished with the original games, we got Freddy in Space 2, Fury's Rage. Now we've got one based on the movie, and it's probably going to be some joke meme game. And it's going to be, well, apparently it's an interactive adventure that experiences the movie's storyline. But there's major spoilers, okay? So if you haven't seen the movie, oh, it says major spoilers. It must be true. I also want to mention that I'm basically going to play through this for an hour, give or take. I don't know how long it'll take. Even if I don't finish it, I don't think it's going to matter. But we're just going to play this for about an hour. And later in the stream, stick around, because I am going to be going through and talking about Child's Play Charity, which I am doing a fundraiser for this weekend. It's all connected to a big Halloween event that is happening across the channel. So stay tuned to find out more details about that. I should also probably link the Discord server, like I normally do, actually. I put the thumbnail as my background, by the way. I love how it looks. Why? Let me do that. But yeah, there is actually an event that will soon be happening on the Hydration Nation, and all the details will be released soon. So stay tuned for all of that. And shout out, obviously, to the Newton Brothers for making the soundtrack that was played in the intro. Five Nights at Freddy's has a new theme. This is the FNaF, title music. Yeah, interesting. Very interesting. I do love the logo as well. There's a lot to say about the movie. We'll be getting into that soon. So, right now, I just want to close Discord and get into this. FNaF the movie, the game. I love that it's the same image as well for the thumbnail. That wasn't intentional. I actually had no idea that was there. So, yeah. I think we're all set and ready to go. I'll keep the display capture up. But, yeah. FNaF the movie, the game. What could it possibly be? Let's just get straight into it. We're just going to get on with it now. I've dragged out this intro long enough. Wow, really? That fast? Alright, so I knew this was Freddy in Space 3. I already knew that. I'd seen a thumbnail or something floating around. I don't even remember. The thing is, I'm very detached from the FNaF community these days. I've left the Reddit. I'm unsubscribed from most of the channels. So my only real source of direct information about what's going with FNaF is Discord servers. Because I am on a few which are still very FNAF-y or have a lot of FNaF presence. And even though, for the last couple of years I've kind of not really been checking it out much, I remember seeing Freddy in Space 3 somewhere. And I was like, that's either a fan game or that's what the FNaF the movie thing is. And knowing how Scott does troll games, I bet that's it. And, oh my god, I was only 50% sure, but yeah, okay, alright. So, FNaF the movie, the game, is in fact completely unrelated, and wow, that is loud. Is the audio balance okay, guys? Tell me if the game's too loud. So, I haven't even live streamed Freddy in Space 1 or 2. I have played both Freddy in Space 1 and 2, but I haven't done it in a stream. I haven't done it on camera. So, I guess we're going to be doing them in backwards order, which is really strange. I don't know. But yes, this is Freddy in Space 3. Chica in Space. So, it's the obligatory... the female character's so underrepresented. We should give her some more spotlight. I mean, that's just been a thing in FNaF for years with the games and the books and stuff. But yeah, they're back. I have no idea what to expect from this, to be honest. I imagine this is just another short little experience. But yeah, just like Sister Location Mature Edition. Honestly, Leon Riskin with the banger music, it must be Riskin. Banger stuff. I'm looking forward to this, honestly. I don't know. The Fury's Rage was ass, and Freddy in Space 2 was awesome, so I'm sure this will at least be decent. I just want to check the audio of the stream. I'm looking forward to this, honestly. I remember seeing one, but yeah, loud. Oh, wow. It's actually really quiet. It's really loud for me. Like, the game's really loud for me. Let's get into this. Alright. What is happening? Fools! Did you really think I was going to give you any more teasers for the movie? This was all a trick to drop Freddy in Space 3 on you. Maybe if you beat the game, I'll already consider... Oh. Who is this? I guess it's up to me. This is the most game of all time. What did that even say? I didn't even get to read that. Maybe if you beat the game, I'll reconsider, but no, that's not going to happen. This game is, like, impossible. Ah, okay. So maybe there's an actual movie teaser if you beat the game. This is just like Freddy in Space 2. So it's WSD to move, shift to jump, slash to attack, special is... Oh, this is weird controls. Interact and open stuff with S. Jump while in the air to double jump. Okay, we'll figure this out. So, Kawaii Heaven, Animatronica, Merch Cemetery... I'm not reading that right. NSFWI... Oh, wait, there's 2 each. Fun Fungles, Fancy Forest, Space Highway, Meme Cavern, Quiz Time with Monty. Okay, so there's a few references to various things, and for some reason it's Chica this time. Alright, we got a kind of... Oh man, this takes me way back to FNaF World Update 2. Never mind, Freddy in Space 2. If you guys don't know, FNaF World, the weird RPG spin-off that Scott made during the kind of midlife crisis of FNaF back in 2016, 2015. Update 2, before Sister Location, had this thing called Freddy in Space. It was like supposed to be one of a variety of like terrible, like rip-off games. And it was kind of like this. And then for a charity in like 2020, I think, Scott made a thing called Freddy in Space 2, which is like this. It's a free game on Steam. Oh god, I wonder who made the art though. I don't hate the art, honestly, but it's not... Well, I mean, this game is... It's not like this is like official FNaF stuff. This is just a funny spin-off game, and it's like... It can have an art style. Like, I don't hate FNaF World for being different. You know, this is just a meme game. But, honestly, this is cool. It's cool that Scott's done another one of these for the movie. It's nice to have like a little tie-in thing. I wonder if there's any more secrets. Like, I keep thinking there's got to be invisible walls we can go through somewhere. I haven't used my special yet. I don't know how that works. Yeah, we've got some very strange versions of characters here. I don't know if that's supposed to be Bon Bon. This one is kind of themed around, you know, like, oh, it's all lovey-dovey. It's like hearts and rainbows. I can't get up here. Is it, you have to, like, press S? Can you rocket jump in this game? I don't remember. I haven't used my special yet. Oh, right, you can double jump. I forgot. I gotta double jump. Alright, here we go. I'm getting better at this now. I'm remembering how to play. You can double jump. You can't destroy these guys for some reason. I gotta be careful. Okay, there's a key. We definitely need a key. I have enough gamer instincts to know how this works. Of course, Lolbit is back with a shop. Of course. I like that. This is like middle-aged garage sale Lolbit. Like, dude's been in the business for quite a few years now and is kind of like, you know, business hasn't been going so well. Oh boy, you can get a weapon, a helmet, or a pet. I feel like a pet would be the most interesting option. Do I use my mouse for this? That is inconsistent as hell, but okay. I don't know, that one just sounds interesting. Oh, I don't have coins. You need 100. We've only got 17. Alright, oh, never mind. Oh no, I did have over 100. I wasn't counting. So what does that do for us? Other than being a nightmarish abomination. Come on. I don't see how I'm supposed to get through that without taking damage. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, I gotta follow the arrows. We've got the key now for that door, so let's go. It just opens. Oh, is it like an additional damage thing? Like if we attack an enemy... Oh, that's cool. They, like, spawn around it. Okay. See, I love little, like, helper dudes in games like this. In any game. I love little helper dudes like that, so that's why I picked the pet. It's always fun to have, like, a little, like, assistant kind of character, I think. I mean, sometimes it's annoying as shit, but, like, in this context, I'm not explaining myself very well. But, yeah, honestly, I'm not sure what I expected. This is a game, alright. Let's just get through this. I don't think I'm going to be finishing the game today. If you guys really want to see me finish it, I can. I've already seen the movie, so it's not like a movie teases that exciting. And other people will have done full playthroughs of this. I'm really not that fussed. Like, if it's just another Freddy in Space 2, because, I mean, I don't know, I guess technically this is the first official FNaF release since Security Breach. Well, there was the Ruined DLC. Stanley! I almost don't want to kill you! Stanley, it has been a long, long time. How do you do? I also haven't commented on it, but these question mark things, I can't interact with them. I don't know what that's all about. Also, a little buddy thing only lasts for a certain amount of time. Gotta keep track of my health and everything. What about a special? Stanley's strong, gotta remember that. Yeah, guys, if you know who this character is, you get a Veterans Pass. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, this is an obscure FNaF character. And yet, they're not that obscure, because they actually got merged, and it was awful. Why the hell did Stanley get merged? No offense, but, like, you're too obscure. I mean, why was the merge so rubbish? If the merge wasn't so god-awful, that's a problem. It's Funko being lazy. Oh, hold on, what's this? Okay, we have Circus Baby's hair now. Is that like a helmet? Is it a defense buff? I don't quite understand. This looks really weird. Okay, we do have enough coins for another helmet or another pet. Screw it, I'm buying all the pets. I want to see how this goes. So now we have... Oh, does it... I thought it would, like, we'd have both. It just replaces them. So we don't have the cupcake anymore. I thought it would be like we'd have cupcake and exotic butters. Is it just a skin, or... Oh, I don't know. I feel like cupcake might have been better. Whoa, what was that? What was, like, the red snowflake-looking thing? This is weird. Exotic butters is kind of useless, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not digging the sister location vibes. I feel like sister location's secretly one of Scott's favorites, but he doesn't like to say because it's so controversial. Okay, I guess we're doing this now. Boss fight. Bonbon and Helpy, what I'm pairing. I mean, it makes sense. Okay, I need to use my special. I don't know how to do that. Oh my gosh, I'm doing badly. Dude, where am I? You can't just hold down the button. I'm taking so much damage. I gotta be careful. This should be easy. The problem is he's spawning in all these bonbons, and it's like they are everywhere, dude. Am I not damaging them? Can you not, like, damage them at all? Oh, this is Kawaii Freddy. I don't know what that means. Kawaii Freddy? I thought it was, Helpy. No, it's Funtime Freddy. Is that our special? Alright, I'm gonna be honest. I have no idea what's happening, but... This is... I mean, I don't know what I was expecting. I just, like, it kind of hasn't registered in my brain that, oh my god, Scott Cawthon's released a game. But... Oh! We're fighting! I thought you were just... Hi, Chipper. Oh, holy shit. Chipper is powerful. Do not fuck with Chipper. Do not fuck with Chipper. Shit, dude. He's good. How do I... Okay, my special does not appear to be doing anything, and I'm about to die. There's no way. Mr. Chipper is too strong. He's too good. Dude, Chipper is friggin' strong. Was I not supposed to go that way? You know what? Let's just give all the different areas a look in. Also, it's enter to select. Let's just check them all out. Because if this is anything like Freddy in Space 2, it's like you can play all the areas in any order, but you don't unlock the final area till you beat him. Oh, it's the Met Crab from FNaF World, and there's statues down here. Honestly, this all really harks back to, like, the Desolate Hope and, like, Scott's older games. Pretty cool. I mean, you know. Come on. Go away. I can just skip some of you guys, surely. I need to stop taking so much damage. I think my jump is weaker because I'm underwater. Oh my god. Die. Oh wait, those guys damage you? Oh, what the hell? There's so many. That's nuts. Dude. This feels like... It's kind of hard to find to Lily Gear Lake as well with the soundtrack. Honestly, I think it's nice that we still get games from Scott. And it's like, it's just a different kind of thing. I don't know. Because, like, FNaF is never going to be what it used to be. But it's like, Scott Cawthon isn't going to quit making games. Because, like, as much as he got trashed on by critics and stuff back in the day, most of his older games are good. Desolate Hope, There Is No Pause Button, Desolate Room, Chipper and Sons Lumber Co., Rage Quit, God, what else have I played? I don't remember what other ones I played myself, but, like, they were not bad games. Considering the dated techniques and technology he still uses, bro can make a fun game. I respect that. I keep forgetting about these. So is this like a helmet then? That's a Stanley helmet. Alright, I guess it's just a run and gun, huh? I'm kind of terrible at this. I keep thinking, oh, where are the secrets? But this isn't made for charity. It isn't gonna have loads of things in the way. You can shoot those? Oh. I've just realized that I've been so immersed in the game, I forgot to check back chat. And you guys have probably been telling me all of these things. Yeah, I don't apologize if you've been yelling at the screen. I suck at games, and at this point, I just kind of got to own it, because it's been, you know, almost a decade now, and nothing's changed, so. Okay, I don't know what's going on now. Oh my god, it's Felix the Shark. Is that a different gun? Is that the... That looks like a gun from Halo. Also, I'm about to die. Bro, what do I do? I need to get out of here. I need to get out of here. Oh my god, I don't know what's happening. Felix the Shark is here. Okay. Oh, I wish I could blast through the wall or something. Dude, what is happening? What is even happening? Okay, angry pizza slices. I'm so dead. There's no way. Come on. Can't get up. I gotta spam. There we go. I don't know how I'm still alive, I'm gonna be honest. Come on, let me up. Oh my gosh, that was... Oh, is that pizza thing our... Oh! The things you can buy from the shop you randomly find in chests. I get it. But I'm guessing the ones at the shop are, like, better or something. Alright, you know what? Let's buy Eggs Benedict. I'm curious. Oops, I pressed escape. Pressing escape takes you back to the menu. I did not mean to do that. Ah, screw it. Let's have a look at the next one. But yeah, guys, it's just like SL Mature Edition, absolutely. So yeah, Update 2 was 2016, Freddy in Space was 2020, and this one was 2023. 2019, not 2020, 2019. Yes, blood in a FNaF game? It's more likely than you think. There was blood. I want to say there was blood in FNaF 3, technically, but blood was in the FNaF 4 death screen. Blood was in... yeah, that's it. FNaF 4, kind of. Yeah. Sorry, yeah, it's Chillax, not Metcrap. Whatever, fine. Yeah. I am still... I'm slow, I'm sorry. FNaF the movie, the game, the live stream, the real. But yeah, Creeper, welcome to the stream. Again, I'm just gonna hit enter, and we're gonna see the merch cemetery. So there's 2 areas for each one. I'm guessing you only unlock the second area by getting through the first. We can already see the key, and now I actually know how to play. I'm probably gonna do better. I can't tell if you're friendly. Why are you shooting at me? What even are you? Yeah, I don't know if, whoa. I don't know what is happening, but yeah, I don't know if, yeah, you know, it's just that simple. I don't know. Hang on a second. That's not just a goofy version of Freddy. That's the Freddy plushie. Dude, Scott is actually, like, aware of the merch and everything. I didn't even know if he knew that existed. Apparently he approves everything, but you wouldn't believe it looking at some of the merch that gets put out. That's so cool, though, that got included. Like, this game's just going to be a meme-a-thon with all these references, isn't it? Oh, here we go. I got a flamethrower. That's fun. He's even got the friggin' black light garbage in here. Come on. Okay, so the key was somewhere up there. I bet we have to go, like, the long way around. Like, it's going to be all the way around here. Or maybe it's not, but, nah, screw it. We're exploring. Right, can I get up, please? Sheik, why your jump game gotta be so weak? Oh, okay. So you can destroy some blocks. It's like you won't know until you try. And you have infinite ammo, so you might as well... Okay. Got this, like, spike thing on our head. Come on! Let me up! Goddamn, why is it so difficult? Okay, that doesn't break. Wait, hang on. How do I... We can't get up there, bro. Surely you could break that or something. Okay, there has to be another way. Wait, what? Where do I actually go? I cannot get back up there. There has to be a way down here. Am I? No, there's no way. There has to be a way out. Maybe there's probably a block that could be broken I haven't found somewhere. But, like, I'm actually trapped here. See, I have to go this way. It'll take me up and around, I think. Alright, we got the key. Oh, wait, there are multiple keys? Why did I see another key at the start, though? How does that work? That's weird. Oh, come on! Oh, this jumping actually pisses me off. Come on. That's so frustrating. It's right there. There has to be, like, another breakable block. Maybe I'm not supposed to go that way. Maybe there has to be... Don't. There's literally a dead end. It has to be back up this way. Come on. If this was breakable... Dude. It's like pixels away. I don't know why I didn't get it the other time. Genuinely, I have no idea how the jump works. There must be some trick I'm missing to do with how long you press it, or you time the spacebar. But I still can't get back up here. Is it, like, am I just not jumping right? Because, like, the second jump is very limited. Like, I am... Because you gotta jump at the peak of the jump, obviously, for maximum effect. I also just noticed in the background all the, like, merch and the plushies that are in this, you know, merch hall. I mean, I get the joke, but, like, it's cool little references. Because I actually have that Springtrap plush. You see that one down there? At the bottom of the screen? I actually have that one. Just over here. Crummy bastard. Why are you looking at me like that for, eh? I'm only insulting your pride and dignity. Oh, I'm sorry, you don't have any left. I'm just messing. I'm sorry. Don't tell him. But I hate him. And he's awful. And... something. Anyway, Chico's no fucking jump game. And I am stuck. Maybe there was like another thing through here, which I haven't found. Maybe there's like a secret wall. It's like the FNaF 3 minigames. You can like slide up it. Like, where the actual fuck do I go? Come on. Work with me. Because the arrows are all pointing down, but there's nothing here. I could just restart. I'm just gonna restart. I like this one. Merch Cemetery. I'm also not gonna switch out for the flamethrower. That weapon is kind of short range. But yeah, I bet people are already speedrunning this and trying to get through it with, like, you know, no damage or whatever. Spiff's gonna do some runs on this game, and I'm gonna watch him. That's gonna be something else. Whoa! Does that come with the Foxy helmet? Like his parrot just, Pickles the parrot just does his thing? Never even noticed the thing up there. Oh, I thought you could stand on those. Oh, fuck. Well, now we're trapped forever. I was hoping to get back up there. It looks like it's just Lolbit, though. So I don't know what to do about that. Oh, that's cool. Okay. You can see that this was themed around a different level. Okay. I don't have the key. Where is this in relation to the key? Wait, the key's just down here. How did I miss this? How did I miss this before? What? I'm so stupid. The key's literally here. Wish you could actually jump on those. They look like they should be jumped on. How did I miss this? What? What is that? Also, it says down, but we can only go up. I don't know how to destroy the floor. I'm not going to worry about that right now. Just going to run and gun. Come on, get out of here. I can imagine this with a proper old-fashioned, like, joystick control scheme, honestly. Whoa. Okay, well, we're definitely going the right way. Okay. I'm just following the game at this point. Oh my god, what is that? Okay, we got a paper pal now. I don't know what the mask is supposed to be. Okay, we need another key for this. There's got to be another one nearby. Still confused about the key that I saw at the start. Like, how does that factor into this? Why are there coconuts? This must be a reference to, like, one of the weird masks in, what's it called? Is it Chipper and Sons? This is a really weird gun. I don't like this. This feels like a downgrade. Okay, well, we found the key at least. Oh, yeah, that is the key we saw at the start. Alright, nice. That ties up all the loose ends. Thanks for the directions. Whoa, alright, here we go. I need a new gun ASAP. This is actually useless. Never mind! I take it back. Horrible range, amazing damage. I'll take it. Oh, right, okay. We gotta dig our way through. This is like Minecraft. We're crafting up in here. Honestly, this gun's perfect for that. Okay, but I would prefer to buy a new one. I'll buy whatever weapon this is, especially since I've already had that pet and that helmet. Ah, I pressed escape. I keep pressing escape. Oh my gosh. Where's my mouse? Hello? Dude, I keep pressing escape to back out the menu. I just need to not use my mouse as well. Oh, that was so dumb. Anyway, the Freddy pillow pet, that was it. It's a pillow, it's a pet, it's a pillow pet. But yeah. Photo negative Glamrock Freddy? That cannot possibly be a real thing. Nah, who am I kidding? Apparently, Funtime Circus Balloon Fox fuckface is real. There was something like that. Like, they straight up made up characters for merch by just combining existing names and stuff. It was the absolute epitome of Funko Incorporated. Right. Oh, I literally... Okay, what? You know, we don't care. We don't care, we move on. We don't care, we move on. Die! I can afford to just walk through you, honestly. You don't do that much damage. I mean, there's probably like a hard mode that gets unlocked later where the game's actually challenging, but right now, we on easy mode. We chillin'. I know the key's up this way. What if I just... It's like 4 health? No stress. What this melody reminds you of something. It reminds me of Midnight Motorist. Smashing windshields, yeah. I don't know if it is. I think it's just a similar piece. Bet you actually do damage, don't you? Yeah, go on, take damage. Eat laser, bitch. I should have gotten the wooden log thing for you again, shouldn't I? Alright, you know what? Fuck you. I don't even need to fight you. I know it probably means I have a lower score or whatever, but I just want to end this, to be honest. Like, I would happily just end this. Alright, what have you got for me? You know what? I'll get the weapon. That one looks good. Okay, do not press escape. Oh, no, this weapon's terrible. What have I done? There's no way of knowing until you've already seen it before and you recognize it. Please be high damage or something. Oh boy. Yep, this isn't even like the coconut, which does insane damage. This is just bad. Oh boy. The Sanshi Chica Halloween mask. Oh god, yeah, and the range. Yeah, the Sanshi Chica Halloween mask, of course. Disturbing, horrifying thing. Oh, this is a boss fight. Whenever there's a door like that, it's got to be a boss fight. Yeah. The jumps are unreasonably tight, so if you think you're trapped, you're probably not. But yeah. Oh, Creeper, I see. Thanks. Nice. The coconut demolished Chica in seconds, though. I'm just saying. The Mask Chica. It's a real thing. Damn. But yes, Creeper, absolutely. 100%. Yes, and it will be live streamed. I'm aware of the Choo Choo Charles update, and I will be playing that. In fact, several horror games, several indie horror games that I like, have all had recent updates. So I need to cover them. And I can tell you for a fact that soon, very soon, I will be streaming all of them. I have a lot planned for this charity event. Just gonna have to wait and see. Anyway, this is Bootleg Foxy. DJ, I think this one's for you. I don't know how to predict his movements. Okay, but we got it. In the bootleg Freddy mug as well. You're kidding me. He did not. He did not bring this one back. You have got to be fucking kidding me. Oh, no. I swear, if there isn't a checkpoint or something, I'm not playing this. Bro, we got the Geometry Dash triple spike, though. At least Chica's got a bigger jump than the... Okay. I'm just gonna keep going. Oh, we gotta get the fan. Gotta get the fan, mate. Oh, I hate this already. Why are we going back this way? Is this where we were? Did we get teleported? Because I just thought we got sent to a separate map entirely. No, we got teleported. Oh, okay. I see you. I understand. Every time we die, we get sent up to this specific spot, which just so happens to be around here. Oh, God. Did we actually dodge that, or... I don't even know what just happened. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, this is bad. Wait, we don't want to jump, do we? There's no way of knowing. Okay, okay, I actually saw what happened that time. Because the only way to beat this, just like the original, you gotta memorize this shit. Oh, you bastard. Watch, it's gonna keep doing that, and then it's gonna do something unpredictable, like where we have to jump. One for every coin. Oh, this is gonna be so annoying to get sent back on. Okay. I don't think that insta-kills us, it just takes our health, but the falling spikes one-shot us. Which is pretty accurate. I see Foxy Fighters made it here as well. Delightful. Why does it say down? I don't get it. I don't trust anything. Wait a second. We're stuck. Unless... Oh, that was... I felt lucky. I don't trust anything. What are we doing? What are we doing? Why do I have a different gun? When did I get that? Holy fuck! Party hat, how you doing? Okay. Of course it's Chica, so, yeah. Well, we didn't actually run into Chica's magic rainbow, which is nice. What the fuck? What the fuck? Spike floor? German Funtime Freddy? Guys, it's real. German Funtime Freddy. Is he, like, unkillable? You can only stop him? Oh my gosh. Okay, well, this is kind of nuts. Ah, shit. I am so dead. There's no way. I am so dead. Okay, I don't know what's up with him. And at this point, I'm too afraid to ask. Oh, God. I can't even see the next jump. Oh, great. It was down below. Yeah. That's... yeah. Not a bad game. I'm just... Truth is, guys, I don't really care about this. Like, I'm not interested. Like, it looks like a fun game, but, like... It's just another... Ha! Silly, goofy... Look at this, guys. Silly, goofy FNaF. Aren't we just the funniest? I mean, this is cool, but I honestly, like, I'm not even bothered about playing this to completion. I just want to acknowledge it. Not a bad game. It's actually very good. I think this is, graphically, this is an improvement on Freddy in Space 2. Gameplay is the exact same. I feel like the worlds and the characters and the themes are a lot, more... They stand out a lot more. They're more memorable. I like Animatronica. I like Merch Cemetery. Meme Caverns. Cool. References are tasteful. But yeah, that's the thing, Creeper. Like, this should have been released a month ago. You know? Excuse me. 1 second, guys. This illness is just the worst. Why has the audio stopped working? Hello? Why is it coming out the speakers? Is these things... The thing about these things is that they're really finicky. Like, they get unplugged and then they stop working, which is why I almost always go Bluetooth. But the batteries really run out. You know what? Screw it. The battery's on 20%. It can probably last long enough to finish this bit, because I think we're almost done anyways. I'm just going to activate Bluetooth and see if that works. But yeah, that's a cool little reference, honestly. I love that the obscure stuff is getting a spotlight here. But man, like, Freddy in Space again? How many more of these is Scott going to make? Because it's like, you know... I know the whole joke is that it's like endless crappy sequels no one asked for, but it's like... What's the point of this? I mean, this is cool. This is a fun little game, but it feels very random. You know what I mean? I'm going to restart the game because the audio's busted. Literally, pause it. Alright, there we go. This is playing again. Anyway, it's interesting to see we've also got Foxy, Freddy, Mangle, and Bonnie in that order. But this guy is... He's like the anim dude of the game, I think. The, you know, puzzle master, Scott Cawthon stand-in. But yeah. It's actually an in-universe game by Steve Snodgrass, who was actually hired by Fazbear Entertainment. Funny. Yeah. I'm afraid. Like... Kawaii Heaven? Sure, just pick a theme. Animatronica, total FNaF World reference, little tie-in with Fazbear Frights, little tie-in with Lily Gear Lake, and that kind of stuff. Merch Cemetery, just perfect mockery of the awful merch this franchise has gotten, and kind of like, you know, Meme Cavern, you know, all clear references. They're all like logical themes and references to things in the FNaF franchise. Why the hell is there an NSFW Island? Like... Oh, I don't know how I feel about this one. NSFW Islands. Okay, that's... I mean, it's not like it's explicit, but like... I mean, obviously Toy Chica. I'm very uncomfortable with the Freddys and their, like, faces. But damn, Scott actually put something... He's actually acknowledging FNaF Rule 34 in one of his games. I don't know how I feel about that. This is a weird... Because, like... Jesus. I mean, yeah. Really acknowledging. Oh my god, that's an enemy? I was like, what the hell is that? Really? Oh, what the fuck? I don't want to go down there. This is kind of scary because there's an element of the unknown. Like, listen, I've seen some things over the years. Mostly from a very long time ago when FNaF was in its infancy and, you know, sadly, there was a lot of this weird stuff on the scene. More so than there is now, at least to my knowledge. Except that's the thing I wouldn't know. Because, like... I kind of stopped following FNaF art pages in general and stopped using Instagram in general around, like, 2019, 2020. But, like, I kind of learned how to avoid this stuff by, like, 2017. Piss off. What? It's unkillable? Okay, this honestly could have been worse, but it's like... Why would you acknowledge this? I mean, it's in, like, one of the most obscure places to be acknowledged, but it's like, man, this is... I don't know, man, I wouldn't joke about this. The cringe is real. Dude, that's literally just Freddy from the Freddy in Space 2 teaser. Because when you think about all the shit that the official artists have done and the things they've drawn, I don't know, man. That's what bothers me the most, I think. The NSFW aspect of FNaF fan art really bleeds into the official art with some games. Thankfully, none of the major ones, but all the... You know... We don't want to talk about that. Okay, is there anything here other than these coins? I really thought I'd be able to get to that. I also realized this is hot cheese, nice reference. Honestly, the references in this game are on point. Oh god. It's what everyone imagines Toy Chica to be like. Get out of here. I mean, at least this game's easy. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't kind of bored, but I think that's just because I'm not really into this genre of games. I think the actual quality of the game itself is fine. It's just like, I get bored of these run and guns. Like, it just feels like we're going through loads of meaningless tasks. I hit escape again. I did not mean to do that. Alright, we're going back to NSFW Islands. But yes, Scott is very much aware of the fan base. Shame he doesn't really talk to us anymore, but I guess it is what it is. You know, I was kind of expecting a follow-up Reddit post after the FNaF movie's release, saying, oh, so hey, so this is what's happening with FNaF. I'm really sorry for what's happened the last few years. I promise to do better, but we got this instead, I guess. I don't know, give it time. FNaF only released today in the US. It got an early release in the UK. I got to see it really early, which I'm really thankful for because it means I managed to, you know, avoid spoilers. I'm just gonna run through this. I really don't care. Okay, it says go that way. I hate that you can't avoid these, like, damn. You can't destroy them. You probably can avoid them. Considering the precision of the jump. Super Laser Piss! That's all I can think of right now. Alright, let's find out who the boss is. What's happening? Foxy coming for your booty. This actually is made for like 12-year-olds, I swear. That's not even like clever or witty, it's just... Yep, swiggity swooty, I remember that one. Oh right, yeah, quiz time with fucking the security breach characters. You can't make this shit up. Look at this. You can't make it up. You think I give a shit? It's probably 5. Please, end my suffering. Is this unescapable? Wow. Oh, at least it gives you a chat point. Okay. Well, this is a game. And, like, I know it's not supposed to be a serious game. But there's a lot of effort put into the art and the assets of the style, and it just feels kind of shallow, gameplay-wise. This is, from a game mechanical point of view, this is cool. It's like it's actually doing something different rather than just you just hold down, jump, shoot. I mean, I know there's the special, but I never use it. I don't know how that works. I feel like the game's explained pretty well. It's just boring, you know? Like, I don't know if it's just the genre or if it's just me, but it's like, man, this game's boring. You're just going around, and it's like, even the story premise is so shallow. Freddy in Space 2 at least tried, but like... I don't know. Like, I feel like this game is just... It just reflects the kind of weird state FNaF is right now, where the original creator, the official developer, he kind of just does these weird spin-offs every now and again now, and it's like, well, this doesn't... I mean, okay. It's Love Taste Toy Chica FN of the Five Nights in Anime Bonnie. I know what FNIA is. What the hell is Love Taste? Do I know? Wait, I take it back. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I thought it was just Toy Chica. It's like a very... Yeah, I'm not going to ask. I don't care. But Creeper, honestly, I kind of understand where you're coming from. It feels like a bunch of random assets thrown at the wall in a way that's supposed to resemble the game, which is the theme FNaF is going for after SB now, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, fine. So it's 4. I'm not gonna remember this. Which theory was in 2016 on Reddit? Okay, tell you what. Since I'm actually a long-time FNaF fan, I would actually be curious to see how well I do on this quiz. If we're gonna be getting questions like this, let's give this quiz a chance. This could be cool. Like, it's, again, this is actually, you know, refreshing from a gameplay point of view. Oh, I just hate that security breach exists. Anyway, obviously it's stealth theory. I was gonna say, I know my shit. I was there. Do not cite the deep magic to me, witch. I was there when it was written. What Mangle's gender is yes. That cannot be wrong. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Don't know why anyone would know Glamrock Freddy's fucking hands, like... To be fair, I do have 23 hours in that game. I actually should know some stuff about it. Forgetting is kind of hard, actually. I've tried forgetting a lot of that game, and it's been difficult. I actually can still recall things quite vividly. What? was gonna say, like, why is it just an abyss? Alright, well, that was a real disappointment, honestly. I was hoping for, like, 10, 20 questions. But no, instead we got spinning, furry with 34. So, do I gotta, like... Okay. Alright. It's fine, honestly, I don't... This is a game, and it exists. It's F2, yeah, alright. I mean, like, my honest reaction to this... Freddy in Space 2 was cool, because it was for charity, and it was, like, one of a kind. It took, you know, a concept from FNaF World Update 2 and actually allowed it to be a full, proper thing. Freddy in Space 3, nobody asked for. This doesn't need to exist. I mean, it's cool. I like the references. It definitely feels like a fun game to play in the pastime, and, like, I feel like I'm just not in, like, the right mindset for this game. It's not a bad game, but, like, I'm not enjoying it. It's very shallow. I don't know who made the art. It's not the most questionable, you know. It's meaningless tripe for 12-year-olds, which is fine. It's cool. It's a video game. It should be fun, and that's all it needs to be, just to be a fun game. But I guess the problem isn't this game, but kind of what it represents, because if this released in between, you know, Help Wanted and, you know, Special Delivery at a time where FNaF was active and it was alive and it was exploring all these new things, it'd be like, yeah, this is part of the fun, it's part of the franchise. But right now, it's not really part of much of anything. It's far too shallow and, you know, meaningless to really be anything on its own. And there's so little in the way of meaningful FNaF content these days. It kind of falls flat. I mean, honestly, making this for the movie is fine. Like, the movie's meaningful. The movie's not meaningless. You know, it's got that going for it. But it doesn't actually connect to the movie anyway, and I guess, like, having that troll is fun, that's classic Scott, but it's like... I don't feel motivated to play this in the slightest. I feel bored, and it's just because the gameplay's crap and there's, like, no story, which is just not my kind of game. I don't think it's bad. I don't want to say it's bad, but yeah, I'm not feeling it. I think also it's just unoriginal. Like, instead of Freddy in Space 3, could have been Foxy Fighters, you know? Could have gotten a Foxy Fighters 2. That would have been nice. They could have had a turn to have a more developed version of that. What if we had, you know, yeah, no, that's the only other option, honestly. Yeah, this is cool, I guess. Yeah. I'm probably never gonna open that again. Like, honestly, I'm probably never gonna play that again. That exists. I'm just gonna delete it now. Alright, it's not happening. There are so many games that I need to play. Why are these shortcutted here? That's utterly random. I think that's a mistake. There are so many other games that I really need to play and stream. We got other priorities. And speaking of other priorities, I think it's time I talked a little bit about the actual FNaF movie itself. So you know what? Let's actually... Oh, do I not have that? Hold on a second. Let me find something. Let me just find this. I'm just going to respond to chat for a bit, and then we'll move on to the next kind of like segment. All right. So, will this have a place in spin-off revisited like Fizz 2, or will this remain a one-off? You know what, DJ? I have been thinking about this. I have actually been thinking about this, guys. Let me actually go to the YouTube studio, because you give me an idea. This is something I was going to do anyway, but I only just thought of it, and I think, actually, I'm just going to do it now. Because this is the perfect time to address it, because the people watching right now are most likely to be the people who are interested in this! Five Nights at Freddy's spin-offs revisited. I've been replaying a lot of the spin-offs, including FNaF World, Sister Location, everything except the original 4 games, and even then, it's kind of a stretch. Honestly, I could just make it FNaF Revisited at this point, but I want to go spin-offs because I've already revisited the original 3 so many times. And the focus is on, like, the additional games that don't really get the spotlight quite as much, the ones that aren't as well known. And I was planning to return to Freddy in Space 2 and FNaF World. I think I still will. However, if we actually search across the channel, I have played Fury's Rage, And I really am not interested in going back. So I feel like I might as well just add this to the spin-offs revisited. And that's the time I played Furious Rage. I've already watched a video of the full thing. Like, I'm not missing out on anything. And if you guys really want it, you can play it for yourself. It's free. And there are other videos of better YouTubers playing it anyway. And I think it would be logical to do the same thing with this. If I put this both into the 2020s FNaF playlist, I think it definitely belongs there. But also into the spin-offs revisited. Because Freddy in Space 3, I could come back to it just to at least experience all 8 areas if you guys really want, but I'm not that fussed. I will probably just watch Dorko's video on it, or someone's video. It's Spiff. I don't know. Who do I actually watch who would play that? I honestly don't know. And I don't know why the thumbnail's like that, but don't worry about it. But yeah, just to address that, DJ, good point. I hadn't thought of that. Yeah. Giza VR, you saw the movie on the 25th? Same here. It's time we talked about that. Yeah. It's like Chase Animatronics, but it was just a fun game with a T at the end, but Scott forgot the fun part, I guess. It just wasn't that fun. Yeah. Yeah. Love Tastes of Blender Model made by Jam 3D. Okay, alright. Just hit everyone SMH and then. Alright, guys, listen. Time's ticking. Alright, I want to end the stream. We've got something to do before we, finish here. So, how do I begin? There's things I want to do and talk about other than this game. Because this game is alright, I guess. But there's more. I'm just trying to think of how I'm going to do this. Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? I have seen the FNaF movie. And I want to talk about it. Which means... So, consider this a warning, because what I can do is actually... Oh, I know what to do. I know what to do. Hold on. I forgot about this. I had an idea, and I need to fix it. Give me a second. Just hold your horses. Oh, where did I put it? Bugger. Hold on. It's somewhere over here. Logopedia? Shit, no, that's not it. Come on, I literally found this before. Where is it? Yeah, it should be this. Bingo! Bad cupcake. Wow. Oh, hey, this is updated. There's a multiple. That's weird. I'm gonna go with this one because it's the one I used in the thumbnail. Oh, okie dokie. Here we go. Alright. So, I want to talk about the FNaF movie, because I was one of the people who was lucky enough to see it very early. It got an early release in the UK on the 25th, and I went to the cinemas on day one with my friends. I'll talk about it more soon. But I'm going to need to put this up on screen. Let me just figure this out. Warning. Spoilers for the FNaF movie are being discussed. And that is just going to be centered. Alignment center. Thank you very much. Oh, man, let me just fix this. This looks awful. If I put this in the middle here. Middle? Is that the middle? Oh, it's the middle. There we go. There we go. I don't know if that looks good. Look, I'm probably going to be on this screen anyways. But yeah. I just want to warn you all now. Fair warning, okay? I want to talk about the FNaF movie. Like, the actual movie itself. Which means I got to discuss spoilers. So... if you have not seen the FNaF movie yet, you should go. Because I don't want to spoil that for you. Big experience. It's a very big deal. Let me just get rid of this. I think this is confusing me. Oh, that's better. What do we think? I might remove the background if I just... There we go. If I do that, there we go. Spoilers for Five Nights at Freddy's are being discussed. I think that's censored. I hope so. Is that legible? I feel like I should at least give the text some kind of outline, maybe. Can I do an outline? Here we go. Outline color. Whoa, hold on. Outline size. Okay, for some reason the color is not what's being displayed. If I just do black and white, that should do the trick. Bingo. There we go. Alright. Outline color, outline, opacity, outline size. Boom. That should be more than enough. Ta-da! Whoa. Okay, the sizing's all wrong. There we go. Sorry guys, just need a few minutes. I didn't have time to prepare this. It's been a very busy couple of weeks. This shouldn't be in front of my face. Let me move this over to the side. If I want it to be nice and big, but if I do this, that should be okay, right? Does that look centered to you? Doesn't need to be perfect. Like, honestly. Yeah, that looks good. That's actually the center. There we go. Alright, whoa, almost spilled my drink. Sheesh, I got a bottle here because I've been ill, I need the energy. But yeah. Alright, Darius Devil, you've come in just in time. Okay, don't... Yeah, click on that home button as fast as possible. See you, Lamau. Alright, Creeper, yeah, I'll see you around. Okay. Alright, everybody, let's begin. And I'm actually going to record this segment. So let's get into it. Okay, and I got to pick the perfect music for this. What would be the perfect music? Honestly, it's got to be this one. But yeah, let me put add, timestamp, and let's get started. Is that going to go to the next video? Okay. Okay, so I'm going to be clipping this as like a... Oh, hold on a second. I actually haven't started recording. Hold on. Whoa, what did I just open? Okay, give me a second. Hello, and welcome to a segment of a live stream that I'm clipping. This is going to be uncut. I'm sorry, I don't have time to edit. So if you're seeing this like as a clip, just thank you for your patience. I'm going to try and just, get through this as efficiently as possible and not pause too much because I don't have time to like trim stuff out and edit. So from the title and thumbnail, wherever you're seeing this, it should be obvious spoilers. If you have not yet seen the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, please don't get yourself spoiled unless you don't care about that. Leave, because I'm British, in case you couldn't tell from my voice. What's going on, guys? Yeah. So I am very lucky because a little bit of background context. My name is Matt, you probably knew that, and for a long time I've been a Five Nights at Freddy's fan. I mean, I kind of, not anymore, but, even though for the last few years I've kind of stayed away from the franchise, kept it at arm's length, I've been, very actively, involved in FNaF since the early days, at least for a few years I was. But the point is, I got to see the movie blind. I got to have a proper good experience of it because I got to see it within the first 24 hours it released. And I actually got to go to the cinema in person with my friends, True Player and Nebula Nexus 03, who, go by Ethan and Livy. Obviously, those are their real names. Now, I probably should add a QOTD at this point, but I'm just going to say, because I'm curious to get feedback from you guys in the comments and live chat. What is the FNaF movie good? I'm just going to keep it simple. Is the FNaF movie good? And yeah, I'm actually going to take this off screen for a second because I did not think about the fact that it would kind of be in the way. If I just shrink that down. Again, this is all being done improvised live. I did not have time to plan this. I'm very sorry. I will get myself in order next time. Normally things are a lot more smooth than this because I've tightly planned them. Such as the upcoming charity event, which I'm going to talk about at the end, alright? So if, you're seeing this, as it's live, you're seeing this soon, just stay tuned, please. But yeah, you may be aware of True Player, pretty big name within this niche of the FNaF community. And yeah, we actually went to see the FNaF movie together and met in real life. Here we all are. It was absolutely magnificent, the three. Look at that, the Trinity. God, these photos are so good. They got better photos than me. And they post about it on their community tabs. I didn't. I put mine on the Discord. I probably should have done it. But honestly, I didn't want to put this on my community tab. It feels like it's a bit too public. Maybe I still will. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I posted about it on the Discord. Like, I got photos of all of them. It was great. It was delightful. We had a great time. But anyways, The point is, I got to see the FNaF movie early, and I got to see it without any kind of preconceived notions, without any kind of bias. It was a lovely day, and I could go on about that, but I got to experience it blind, because yes, I had obviously seen 2 trailers, but as we got close to the release date, loads of stuff was being leaked. There are probably TV spots, more clips and reveals. I wanted to stay away from that, because I wanted that pure experience. And to actually talk about the movie and review it, let's get into it, okay? Spoilers! You've been warned. So, the Five Nights at Freddy's movie is fascinating, because as a fan, it's different. The experience of it is different to not being a fan. And I think the experience of having absolutely no knowledge of FNaF before watching it is probably the best possible experience, because the problem with being a fan, the problem with being a fandom, especially for a long time, is you get that emotional attachment, that commitment, which leads to bias and kind of lots of really stupid ways to ruin a good experience. I've actually had this with Star Wars. Bad Batch Season 2, I think, and my expectations kind of ruined the experience of that show for me, because I got way too deep into fan theories and speculation. And I think it's the exact same here. Because some people have been waiting on this movie since 2015, when the rumours were starting of a movie with Warner Brothers, and it's literally been in development for the thick end of a decade. We're talking at least 7 years, probably longer. 8 or 9 years? I'm not sure. But, obviously, you know, I feel like this should go without saying, but a lot of people don't really understand this and take this to heart. Your expectations as a fan don't entitle you to anything. It's Scott Cawthon's movie, and he gets to make it the way he wants. And he did. Gotta stay hydrated. So, here's the thing. Five Nights at Freddy's movie is a perfect average of everything FNaF. Everything. There's good, there's bad, and there's ugly. If I had to give the movie a ranking out of 10, just out of pure enjoyment, I think 6 out of 10 is probably on the spot. It's not a bad movie. I wouldn't give it a 5. 5 is too low. 5 is total mediocrity. It's not totally mediocre. But it's not great. It's not anything comparable to a movie I would rewatch and enjoy. 7 is too high. So I give it a 6 out of 10. It's not bad. It's not good. The thing is, it actually wasn't completely oversaturated with fan service, as I kind of expected it to be. That actually wasn't a problem. There was a significant amount of fan service, but actually less than I would have expected. And honestly, it wasn't bad. It was surprisingly appropriate and kind of tasteful. For example, the Map Pack cameo. Very, you know, on the nose. It's just a theory. Like he says the line, it's just a theory, but it's like it fits. It doesn't interfere with the plot. It doesn't take you out the movie. Well, it obviously takes you out the movie as a fan, but in a good way. And this actually shocked me. They actually took the Living Tombstone's music and used it for the credits. That actually blew my mind. I couldn't believe it, because everyone had been asking for that for like years. It's like, oh, this would be amazing credits. I'm like, no, it wouldn't. It wouldn't fit. It doesn't work. Like, a movie soundtrack is one thing. This is a fan song. It's not going to work or make sense. But it was used. And the thing is, I thought this was a movie made for like a wider audience. But now I'm not sure if it's just made for fans, because there is a difference, and I think that severely affects the quality. If this is a movie just for fans, I could see it being rated highly, like 8 out of 10. Okay, I don't know if you guys can help. My headphone battery is running out. I'll keep the music playing. I promise. I can sort out the audio. But the if this is a movie just for fans, I guess I could rate it higher. But as a movie in general, it's not good. I'm just gonna spout out my thoughts in whatever order they appear. I'm sorry, this is more organised, but I'm trying to recall. Let's do this. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Okay, the good. Josh Hutcherson, I'm so sorry, I can't remember his name. He fucking carried this movie, alright? That man was perfect casting, and his acting is essential to all of the strengths of this movie. The relationship between Michael and Abby, that girl, she's also a great actor. I think all the actors were great. Those two and their relationship and how that evolves over the course of the story, I thought was excellent. I like the, you know, kind of message about family and about letting go of grief and focusing on what's important in the present. How Michael realizes that he's, you know, spent all this time just obsessed with finding, you know, Garrett's kidnapper, and fair enough. The way, you know, the trauma of losing his brother and everything was depicted was excellent. I love all the thematic and symbolic stuff, the Nebraska poster, the, you know, ambient music, the Dream Theory book. I see what you did there, Scott. That was a nice, that was like subtle. It was a nice subtle little, you know, tie-in. I forget the name of the dude he was speaking to at the start. He never really shows up again. I thought that was kind of weird. That character who was like wanted to buy the book and they were talking about it in the cafe. It just didn't seem important. But you get a real insight to how troubled Mike Schmidt, not Mike Afton. So glad they made that choice. Mike Schmidt is, and it's like him seeing a kid being taken and like automatically assuming the worst because of his own experiences. I thought that was excellent, and the emotion was kind of raw. The cinematography of this movie was great. The way everything was angled and lit. The set design was also brilliant. It was Mike's bedroom, never mind all the FNaF, like Freddy's pizzeria stuff. Like I liked Mike's bedroom, you know, the mall. When he gets interviewed by Steve Raglan, that scene was great. That I like how it's got it uses a lot of familiar storytelling tropes, but in the context of FNaF, I think it works. You're having, you know, Mike actually rejects the job offer, and he only goes out of desperation. You really understand that in the circumstances, it's, you know, why would somebody work at Freddy? This fucking job sucks. But it's like, this is a situation where Mike pretty much has no other choice. I think the home life with the babysitter, Max, and like his situation with all that, and is it Aunt Jen? It's like a different version of Aunt Jen. And his kind of like poor relationship with her because of what happened with his parents. Again, the pacing, the way exposition is handled, it's actually really good. It's really solid. I wouldn't change anything. It's a slow burn start, which is, I feel like, appropriate. It's what it should have been. The movie's not super long though. The pacing is honestly delightful for the start. Vanessa though. Vanessa. Oh my gosh. Vanessa. Okay, so when I said this movie is the perfect average, it really does link to everything. Even though the premise is Five Nights at Freddy's 1 building, you've got Mike Schmidt, the protagonist of the original game, you know, Sister Abby, Anagram for Baby, there's something going on there. Vanessa from Security Breach completely changed this character much better executed, works much better. In terms of tone and atmosphere and references, there's stuff going to Fazbear Frights, there's stuff going to a variety of the FNaF games. We'll talk about that. But I thought Vanessa was okay. I like that she's so mysterious and such a contrast to Mike. Their scenes are great. I feel like the chemistry they have is great, and it could absolutely be built on. The scene where they're by the river, especially in Vanessa, she finds the pills and she throws in the water. Just the way that whole interaction goes feels so natural and organic. Like, the dialogue in this movie was mostly very good, and it felt very realistic. And it was nice to see, you know, what was initially quite a tense relationship kind of like open up, and how they ultimately worked together. But I knew as soon as it got to the point where Vanessa was describing, you know, the missing children's incident, and a little bit before that, I think, like, you know, is the reason the place closed down. Like, she knows a lot, and I knew immediately there's some connection there. I thought maybe she would be like the sibling or a friend of one of the missing children. But the actual plot twist of her being the daughter of William Afton, I also saw coming from a while away. Gotta be honest. There were a bunch of people behind us, and there's this gasping. I was like, yeah, I could tell like 30 minutes ago. As soon as the William Afton name reveal happened, I thought, hang on a second. Is Vanessa gonna be like family, like his daughter? Is she like the Elizabeth standing? Because that would make sense, you know, given the implications. I was only like 40% confident, but yeah, like I could tell there was something going on there. Vanessa, I think, again, acting was great. Dialogue mostly until the end. The end has problems. It got worse as it went on, but you know, I like the thing is, this gets into the bad, because the bad thing about the FNaF movie is that it just kind of falls apart towards the end. The start and the middle are pretty good. I like how it's set up, and I like how Mike is introduced to the hauntings. He has these dreams, you know, he sees the kids, they're there in his vision in Nebraska, and the way that's repeated, and the fact it actually takes place over 5 nights and it builds up, it's excellent. I like the way the animatronics are presented, especially early on. They're actually kind of creepy. Like, the kill at the start, and it's like, I'm skipping around here, but the fact that Mike's Aunt Jen is like scheming and she gets them to break in, and then they all end up getting fucking massacred in some brutal ways. It's a horror movie. It's earned that 15 rating. I respect that. I like that. I think the fact that Max goes back, she's tied into the whole thing, and it's like she disappears, but it's actually because of this ulterior motive against Mike. And just the way that was all set up was really interesting. And, like, the way some of them died was fucking brutal. Like, I was surprised at how far they went. Because the animatronics were actually kind of scary, but kind of not. Let's talk about the bad, alright? There's a lot of issues with the plot at the end. There are so many loose threads that are never resolved and never addressed. Mike never actually... He finds Max's body later, and he's, like, shocked. But it's never addressed about this whole scheme that Aunt Jen came up with using these criminals to actually, you know, take him down. We never find out what happened to the lawyer guy who was with them in the cafe in the scene with Matt Pat. Like, none of that ever gets followed up on. Golden Freddy murders Aunt Jen and lies to Abby's face about it, and it's never acknowledged. It's just straight up not acknowledged. I like the reveal of Golden Freddy towards the end. He's like a super battered version of Freddy, the Fredbear suit. It's actually not the Fredbear suit, sorry, that's in the background. It's actually Sparky the dog. The fact that Sparky is in this movie was a nice little detail. Ella as well from Fright and the book. She's kind of become the mascot of the FNaF books. Like, I think she's the only character I can think of who was in both the novels and Fright, but none of the games. Like, are there any other characters who are in both novels of Fright, but not the games? Because Ella is like the only one, and the fact that's used to introduce spring locks, I don't know, it's pretty nice detail. But I have to say, the lack of consequences bothers me, because that's a signature poor storytelling move. Aunt Jen, when the scene began with Mike in the hospital, and, you know, it pans onto Vanessa, I was thinking, they're expecting us to think it's going to be Vanessa, but it's actually going to be Jen, and we're going to see them kind of, like, you know, apologize and make up for everything. No! There's no resolution, there's no acknowledgement from either side that they did anything wrong. We don't even know what exactly happened to Aunt Jen. Like, we just see her feet, and she's on the floor, and it's like, that is not sending a good message, you know? I don't respect that. And yeah, I think that's a real shame, because there's, again, a lot of fail potential in there. I think if we're talking about fail potential, one other thing, I knew that this would be controversial. I immediately knew the discourse that was going to happen when I saw this scene. The fort scene. The presentation of the animatronics in this movie is weird. I am not gonna lie, it is weird. But like I said, it's the perfect average of FNaF. You've got the horrifying, kind of like, emotionless hunter-killers of FNaF 1, and you've got the kind of, like, friendly kids cartoon mascot come-to-life security breach kind of glamour Freddy kind of vibe. It doesn't work. It doesn't work, because I like that the lore has been simplified for a mass audience. They've taken away this complication of, like, oh, the spirits are, you know, one consciousness, and they're kind of in a dream world, and, like, the animatronics are a separate consciousness, and they're, like, you know, and not actually in contact with each other. No, the animatronics are there. The ghost children themselves are fully aware and in control that they are these animatronics that are in the pizzeria. And, like, seeing these big mascots act like children, behave like children, being all, like, friendly with Abby, and then they build a fort together, it kind of makes sense with the established logic, and I think it's interesting that they would behave like children, but it felt really strange, because it really clashes with what we see throughout the rest of the game. And the fact that Vanessa was irresponsible enough to let this happen, like, I'm with Mike, like, what the fuck, Vanessa? You're supposed to be a cop, she's supposed to be responsible, this is the thing. Like, they're clearly setting up a sequel with the way it's ended up stuff, and I don't like the direction it's headed in, because I feel like Scott's gonna bring in sister location, FNaF World lore, he's gonna have some crazy plot twists, and it's gonna be going into sci-fi bullshit, and at the moment, I'm not even sure if Vanessa's a real cop, because the way she behaves is just flat out irresponsible. Like, it's inconsistent and it's weird, and the fact that she doesn't call for backup or get, like, a warrant when, you know, Williams shows up on the scene, and, like, I don't know why she's acting completely on her own, and I don't know, she, like, scolds Mike and, like, has to force him to, like, tell Abby she can't go back instead of handling it herself. It's like, I have very mixed feelings on Vanessa, and I don't understand what's going on with her character. And I like that there's a bit of mystery. She's cool in that way, and she's a good foil for Mike, who is very much ordinary and humble, and just kind of wants to, you know, scrape by. He's you know, the everyman. But it's like, the fort scene's weird, and I can't vibe with it, because what made the animatronics themselves so brilliant in the first game was the uncanny valley. was the lack of expression, the subtlety. You couldn't quite tell if they were actually alive or conscious and they were acting like people, or if they were just machines going on instinct. Because what I would have hoped for the FNaF movie years back was that they would always have these blank expressions, and there was maybe just a hint of emotion, but you couldn't quite tell. And it's like, it's never explicitly clear if they're actually conscious or even awake with their choices. But here it's like clear as day. It's like their eyebrows move, their eyelids move, and it's like you see their expression, and they do act like children, which I think is a cool angle, and it makes sense, but it's like, it's not that scary. It loses the impact. And don't even get me started on the eyes. I was hoping to see the black white dot eyes, because that's always been so much more eerie, but they went with this like weird red glow, which I will admit has improved since the trailers, but still looks awful. Like, the movie poster looks like so unscary, because everything's bright, there's this bright purple light, and it's like they're all got bright eyes. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. I gotta say, I am really impressed with the accuracy of how they were modelled compared to the FNaF 1 cards. Like, it's remarkable how close they actually are. And I like how, Vanessa brings in, like, the, electricity as being the way to defeat them, the mechanics, that were cool. The way spring locks were introduced, again, the exposition was handled fine, but I feel like spring locks weren't explained well enough. I felt there could have been a little bit more time spent on, like, why that's actually a thing. But I think it's time to get onto the ugly. Like, the thing that really bothers me about this movie is William Afton. The actor was great, don't get me wrong. I don't even remember his name. The guy who played Shaggy all those years ago. Let me turn the music down, it's a bit loud. I want to be absolutely clear, I think all the actors are really talented and they did their job fine, but I have a problem with the script and the plot and the conceptualization, okay? In this movie, we're introduced to Steve Raglan, who's just this kind of, he just seems like an average like job counselor thing. I'm kind of unclear on what his role is or why he's even there. It's really strange. It's like a weird coincidence that he's just there in the right place at the right time. And you do notice the behavior shift as soon as he realizes that Mike is a Schmidt and Garrett's brother. And I like that. I like the subtlety of that interaction, because Mike has no idea. But it's like Steve Raglan is like, actually, no, please, you want a coffee? It's like he immediately went from scolding him, because he's beat up a guy in public, while being a security guard, and to, like, give him this chance to go to Freddy's, because he's made that connection. And you wonder, what's his motive? And it's really interesting. And eventually Mike takes up the job offer, and the last time we hear from him is a phone call. And then way later into the movie, after the yellow rabbit's been kind of like hinted at visually and established, which is cool. I also really like Golden Freddy's presentation. It's the vengeful spirit, like that demonic little child with his, Michael literally making a deal with the devil, the way he lures Abby away. I like the subtle power of the yellow rabbit, yellow bear, but William just sort of shows up. He just sort of appears in the Spring Bonnie suit, somehow, from somewhere. He just appears in the finale. And it's like, what? There was no build-up to this, like, at all. The William Afton name drop is so stupid, because it's going to mean absolutely nothing unless you recognize the Matt Pat cameo and you're immersed in the lore and you know about the books and stuff. And it's like, if this movie was only made for the fans, then, okay, fine. But surely this is for a wider audience than ever before, because it's a movie. The point is to introduce new people to FNaF, right? Am I wrong? Because that's the impression I got. Because I thought, this is just an adaptation of FNaF into a movie. But it's like, there's all this emphasis on, like, the original owner, William Afton, was like based on it. It's like, why should I care? Because this character, for a lot of people, hasn't been established. And even if you follow the games and stuff, he's been so inconsistent and poorly presented. Like, you gotta, like, earn it in the movie, within the confines of the movie itself, to make him a better character. He has some atrocious dialogue. Like, there's no explanation for his motive. There's no explanation for why he shows up then. I like that Michael tries to zap him because he thinks, it's not an animatronic, and it doesn't work. Because, presumably, the suit's insulated, and it's like, he's not an animatronic, he's human. And he just tears it off, and he just demolishes him. I thought it was great. The fact that he kicks him, and it's like all metal beams, and it's like a metallic foot. But, like, he gets defeated in such an obvious, cliche way, and it all happens so fast, it feels like we just completely skipped out any kind of arc that William Afton could have had. He just shows up, And then Abby, I do like the theme of drawing and pictures, and how Abby's like the nursery teacher at the start was talking about that, and how the imagery all ties in. I thought that was handled really well. But the fact that Abby just kind of switches the picture, and then all of a sudden he gets spring locked and dragged away, it's just copy paste from the Silver Eyes. It's not interesting, it's not new, it's not fresh. If this movie was made just for fans, why are we recycling the same thing without anything new for the fans? I mean, for fans, what is actually new about this movie? Michael being a Schmidt and not an Afton. Excellent choice. Get rid of the Afton family out. It has so many problems. Start a new story, fresh. Abby. Again, there's echoes of Elizabeth Afton and whatever, but like, it's a new character. And their relationship, easily the best thing about the movie. As a fan, felt fresh, felt new. Everything else is just a remix of pre-existing stuff. I mean, the whole arc of Jen hiring these criminals to like break in and that whole thing was cool. But that is just left loose. That arc is never resolved. We don't ever see Michael go through the emotions of realizing Jen's been murdered and Max has been murdered, and it kind of like they were scheming against him, but also like the animatronics took them, and the kind of moral dilemmas and problems of that. There was so much rich storytelling potential there, and it was thrown away for what felt like a pretty rushed ending, if I'm being frank. For fans, I mean, William Afton, Spring Bonnie, the animatronics, it was awesome to see him in live action. That was phenomenal. It was cool, and it was like actually done with a reasonable budget because it's not a fan production. That was just cool from an aesthetic point of view. I love the animatronic designs, I love the set design. But like, in terms of actual meaning and story and writing, like, there's nothing new there. It's all just, everything's just been ripped from pre-existing ideas. The ending's just a copy-paste of Silver Eyes. There's a lot of references in fan service, which is fine, but you know, like in terms of substantial storytelling, like I really think the psychological stuff with Mike's dreams is the best thing, and I like that we actually see him grow as a person. He makes a selfish choice, and then he makes up for it, and he resolves with Abby. I think that's what the movie's really about. It's about letting go of grief. It's about letting go of the past and focusing on the present, because there are, you know, people who in your life, loved ones who, you know, you need to take care for and take responsibility for. I think that is kind of what the movie's about. It's kind of like a responsibility story, bit of a Peter Parker Spider-Man vibe, I guess, but it's hampered by issues. And I feel like this is the best experience if you're not a FNaF fan. But yeah, I think I've said everything I wanted to. There were like specific things that stood out. There's probably more. I'm gonna just respond to the rest of chat now, but I want to record this segment. I'm sorry if that was long-winded, because I know there's going to be a decent number of people who want to hear my thoughts on it, and I think I will probably type this up more concisely, but also video format's fun. But yeah, I mean, there's more to say in like the grand scheme of things, but I think I'll come back to that at the end. Let's just respond to chat for a minute. One of the fine people who turned up live got to say to me, some of you came just in time for this, which is perfect. Yeah. Welcome. Geezer VR. The only scene that left me disappointed with watching more was the Springlock failure. Honestly, yeah. Like, the Springlock failure was kind of calm. Very underwhelming. Like, you kind of see a few of the spikes prodding into William, but like, if you've played Five Nights at Freddy's 3, and if you know how these things work, there are fan films and fan adaptations of this which are just way better. Because, quite frankly, that should have pushed the film's rating to an 18. A live-action Springlock failure? There should have been, like, blood spewing everywhere. Like, it should have been over the top. Because you're getting punctured by massive knives all over. We should have seen his eyes pop out the front of the mask, like Phone Guy describes in FNaF 1. Like, this movie had some gritty moments which I appreciate, and I'm really glad it wasn't a kid's movie. When I went to the theatre, there were no children there, no families, no toddlers. Everyone was, like, an adult or a young adult or an old teen. It was great, it was calm, we didn't have people making noise, it was respectful, the atmosphere, and hopefully you guys got as lucky, because I don't know if the rating's different in different countries. It's like 15 here, but Springlock failure, there should have been way more blood. If Markiplier hadn't been working on Iron Lung, you know, they should have got some of his stuff. I would have loved to see the eyes pop out the front, that would have been a nice reference. But it's like, he's still just kind of riding there, and it's just like, they're just like slowly prodding. It should have been like a snap, because what happens, and what is described in the books in detail, hold on a minute, the stream's buffering. I'm recording, so this is actually being saved, the stream's dying. Are we good? Are we good? The stream is buffering from there, I think we're good. But like, what is happening? What is happening? We're dropping frames. Hello? Sorry, hold on a second. We're dropping frames. Come on, don't do this to me now. Don't do this to me now. Come on. Hold it together. I just need to stay alive for another 20, 30 minutes. Oh my god, what is happening? Are we live? Are we still good? Because the stream's buffering for me, but it looks fine on the preview. I'm just gonna keep going. What was I saying? Yeah, the spring lock failure. In the books it's described, first the mechanism release, you get stabbed all over, and it's like that. It's a snap motion, it's not a gradual thing. Then, you get crushed by all the animatronic parts. So you get stabbed, you get sliced up, and then you get squished. And it's like, yes, it's not an instantaneous death. But like, why did William put the mask back on? I always come back. Like, you took the cringiest line, like, there was such an unnecessarily cringy moment. It's like, don't tell me he deliberately got himself killed because he saw no other way out and thought he could come back as an animatronics. That's a stupid fucking plotline. That's so stupid. Like, he felt like a very two-dimensional character against all of these other characters, because it's like he didn't have any clear motivation. He just sort of walked in, was evil, and then died. It all happened so fast. It just very underdeveloped. It was undercooked. He should have been like a threat throughout the movie, I think, like hiding in the shadows. Excuse me. I'm also confused because Vanessa's a cop, but if she knows what he's capable of and knows that he's guilty, then like, why is she collaborating with him? Like, I'm so confused about so many aspects of the story that were just left unresolved at the end there. But anyway, yeah. Yeah. But anyway, FNaF news reporter Bobby Bongo, welcome. Let me respond to more of chat. Yeah. This is not Fans for Orange. I am not sponsored. Not gonna say the name, not sponsored, but this is what I have. It is similar, I guess. It's basically the same thing. But yeah, Matthew Lillard, he's a fine actor, but the script was awful. I thought William was really interesting and really intriguing in like the early part of the movie, but then he sort of disappeared for ages and then came in at the end. But yeah, if they went with Mike Afton instead of Schmidt, would ruin the usefulness of Vanessa. Yeah, no, I like this arrangement more. These are fresh, new characters, new versions of the characters. Yeah, there's concepts and names shared, but it's a new story and it stands on its own, which is a really important part. But yeah, I can't wait till, yeah, God. I don't know why the stream is lagging now. This is actually really annoying. Like, I don't know if you guys can hear everything I'm saying, but I'm recording, so hopefully I can just re-upload this. Vanessa is William Afton's daughter. Yeah, I already know there's going to be some numbskulls who look at the movie only as a source of lore and going to be like, oh, this must mean the crying child from FNaF 4's name is Garrett because he was Mike's brother in the movie. And it's like, they're not even like Aftons in the movie. It's like, this isn't supposed to be filling the gaps. It's just a new adaptation of FNaF. And it's like, you take every last year, legit. There's gonna be some numbskulls who just are way too fixated on the theories. Like, I could understand that for the novels, because I was that person when it came to the novels. But at this point in time, like, come on, you know. We look at how big the franchise is and how complex the lore is and tell me that any of this is relevant. None of it's new information, honestly. Like, there's gonna be some crap. MatPat's probably gonna milk this as well. He's gonna be making all kinds of theories that just don't make sense and just randomly pull straws together because it's like, oh guys, oh William Afton. I'm sick of it. Like, this is the thing. Like the comedy with Bonnie falling over at the fort. Like, I don't hate that intrinsically, but it's like, this is supposed to be a horror series where the animatronics are like these murderous, misunderstood, like, you know, machines that like don't like display emotion and are kind of uncanny. And it's like, having them interact like Glamrock Freddy did with Gregory is just so out of touch with what originally made FNaF effective and good as like a horror game, as like, you know, with its mascot horror. It just feels wrong. But this is what I mean about the movie. It's got the average of everything. It's got some of the ugliness of Security Breach and all this kid-friendly nonsense mixed into the great horror and the psychological and the human, you know, emotion and the drama, you know, from, you know, Sister Location and Pizza Sim and even the classic games, you know, to an extent. I will say, the art style and direction of this movie was phenomenal. I think the intro title card was one of the best things I've ever seen for a movie. That music was the only part of the soundtrack that stood out to me, other than the credits. Like, this movie's soundtrack was kind of mediocre. Like, maybe I missed it because I wasn't watching. I did say stream earlier, like, because you know, first time watching, you don't think about this, but like, the soundtrack was nothing to write home about. It wasn't anything special. But the intro sequence with the 8-bit minigames showing the, you know, missing children's incident, I thought was just phenomenal. Like, this movie started strong, and it just got worse. It started with S tier, and it ended with, like, F tier, so it kind of comes out around the middle. This is like a C tier movie. Yeah. But this is the thing. Why is Afton's not this remorseless killer? Is he? Is the music too loud? Can you not hear it? I'll turn it down. Excuse me, I'm not feeling well. But the look, just to wrap this up, all right. The having yeah, I don't like that William Afton has always been this two-dimensional, you know, psychopath with, like, such... Because here's the thing, right? I need to make a video essay on this, on continuity error, because I've had this in mind for years, and now that the FNaF movie's out, I can confirm it. He always sucked. He always sucked as a character. William Afton, purple guy, was an idea. He was just a storytelling trope. That's all he needed to be. Enter the novels, For Sister Location on Pizza Sim, and he's this very inconsistent, very incoherent, poorly conceived, poorly executed character with really artificial and strange motivations. He never quite makes sense. He kind of just does things for plot reasons. And then, you know, you look at his appearances in FNaF AR, in Steel Wool games, and in the books, and it's just a completely two-dimensional kind of, you know, figure of evil. And then this movie, it's like, he's introduced as this kind of, like, cunning, disguised, you know, just slightly off a character who seems perfectly normal and blends in. And then he's just like this just arrogant douchebag who would knife his own daughter with no remorse. Like, what the fuck? Because in, you know, the original story, he really cared about his family. He wasn't good at showing it. He probably had, you know, mental health problems that would have gone undiagnosed because it was the fucking 80s. I mean, he grew up in probably the 50s. But, like, the whole point in the stories of the games was that he wanted to save his family. He cared immensely about his children. And he was just, you know, he just was very arrogant. And there's so many more interesting motivations that were present throughout, you know, implied in the games and the books. Like, you know, jealousy of Henry and his family, you know, this quest for immortality, the mad scientist edge, which was kind of hit or miss, you know. But, like, he's never been depicted as deriving pleasure from the killing or anything like that. Like, he had a reason. And it was like tied into this, you know, remnant thing, which was really intriguing. But it was never quite. It was always quite half baked. It was never perfect. And they just, I don't know. This movie, I guess it's safer to not establish a motive because, you know, they clearly want to set up sequels. The Balloon Boy Easter egg. I thought the Balloon Boy running gag was quite nice. And Corey X Kenshin, nice cameo. But, you know, like, he's just a very bland character, and he's already been Springtrapped. So all they can do now is bring him back as Springtrap or do flashbacks, which is a shame. I don't know, but yeah, just to end things off now, just to really end things off. Okay, here's the truth. FNaF movie. There's already a lot of very extreme discourse about it, as there always will be. But this movie is going to do well. It's going to do well because it has a very large, very dedicated fan base. And even if it does poorly with critics, even if it doesn't grab mainstream interest, which would surprise me because, you know, there is an audience for horror. And for something as unique as Five Nights at Freddy's, it would catch the eye of a lot of people. Like, just the image of an animatronic mascot in this horror thing, it's unique. And I think there's going to be enough support, eventually, not soon, but eventually, to make a sequel. Unless there's something we don't know about the behind the scenes, there's clearly been a lot of passion and a lot of joy made in it. I know there was a time where it seemed like maybe Scott and Jason Blumhouse were having creative differences, so maybe that's going to hold it back, but I think a sequel's possible. I know we've waited on this movie for 10 years, But it's been set up now. The movie exists. And maybe there won't be a sequel, but I think it's likely. I think we're probably going to get at least one more. And it's probably going to go deeper into the Aftons and kind of the past as well as the future. And probably, sadly, include sister location elements. Like, what the hell was that Freddy torture machine device that the security guard at the start gets killed by? Like, why does that exist? That was never explained. It's so stupid. If they explain that as like a remnant extraction device, sure, I guess, but you've got to execute it well. But yeah, here's the thing though. This movie, as a actual cinema movie, it's going to be the most mainstream depiction of Five Nights at Freddy's since the first game. This should be the biggest thing. In terms of the public imagination and understanding of FNaF, before Security Breach, before Help Wanted, before Sister Location, or any of the games that did really well, sadly the books are more obscure, this is what's going to be remembered. When people think Five Nights at Freddy's, there's going to be a significant number of people out there who are going to think of this. And the only thing that's going to be thought of more than this is the first game. So, like it or not, everything in this movie is definitive now of FNaF. This movie is redefining FNaF. It has to. It's the movie. It's got elements of everything. It's got some of that weird, sci-fi kiddie charm from later games, and it's got some of the, the edgy paranormal horror. And I do like there was some properly paranormal stuff that can't be explained, like Freddy chomping Max in half. That was the grittiest scene of the whole thing, and that was the only thing that has really stuck with me. Like, I can't stop thinking about it, and it kind of unnerves me. Because, as an idea, that one gives the heebie-jeebies. And I love how that scene establishes Freddy as a threat. There also the repeating thing of Foxy in the hallway. Like, Foxy being established as a threat was cool. I wish he had silver eyes. That would have been so much better. But, it is what it is. The scene with Abby in the ball pit, just great callbacks to the novels, honestly. And great scene in its own right. Again, this movie's pacing was fine. The plot, really, it got worse as it went along. And I think that just speaks to all of FNaF as a whole. It's a microcosm of FNaF, guys. It started off as this phenomenal, one-of-a-kind, lightning-in-a-bottle idea, which, might be just a small indie thing on its own, but it's truly one of the most unique things of our generation. And as time goes on, it's just gotten more and more complicated and gone down roads that just don't suit it best. I don't know. Maybe this is just me, because let's face it, guys, I'm the old guard. There has to be change. For a media franchise to stay alive, there has to be change. New things have to be tried, and it's not going to be the same forever, and that's a good thing. But ultimately what that means is that fans who've been around since the early days, like me, we start getting outcasted, alienated, because we don't vibe with what it's turning into. And it's like, having FNAF's first movie, something that important, be so, it's not like super jarringly wrong and detached from what FNAF is, in terms of FNAF 1. It's not like Security Breach, but it's in between the two, and I accept compromise, and I accept that this isn't my franchise, and maybe it's time for me to move on. But this is a turning point, I think, in the history of FNAF, and over the course of the next few weeks we're going to see some major discourse. I'm going to publish a video or two, hopefully, because the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, this release, is the last thing that was on the mega thread from 2018. This is the last project that was planned since Scott basically ended FNAF and, handed the license over to other companies like Blumhouse and Steelball. Because, it was basically a completely one-man show until 2018, by which time Scott had only collaborated with a few voice actors, a few artists, a musician for the games, and FNAF was only this series of games. There were 8 games, including FNAF World. There was a novel trilogy. This expansion kind of began late 2015, early 2016. It truly was a one-man show in that first year. But in 2018, after, Ultimate Custom Night rounded off the actual original series, the novel trilogy had been finished with the logbook, that's when we started getting this explosion of diverse media actually handled by different groups, not just merch. We got the VR game, we got the AR game, we got Fazbear Frights, the short story series, we got the AAA game, Security Breach, and all of these things were in a mega thread. All of them were planned at the time in 2018. But we have now reached the point, we have passed the point where every single one of those mega thread 2018 projects, they're all out there now. They're all here. The movie was the very last thing. And now it's done. We might be entering a new age of FNAF. Again, another brand new age. And I mean, the 10-year anniversary is coming next year, and Scott will be doing something for that, I'm sure. There's going to be something big. It won't be like posting screenshots. It won't be just a teaser. It might not even be a game release, but there's going to be something. And I wonder what that could be. You know, is there going to be some big change now? Or have we, you know, in the last few years just kind of set the tone for FNaF? Is it just going to kind of keep ticking about, oh, Steel Wool's going to make a new 3D game. We're going to get more books, you know, short stories, Tales from the Pizza Plex, you know, that Goosebumps style. Is there just going to be more movies? And is this just going to be the next 5 years? Or is the franchise going to be shaken up in some big way? Because on the games front, we have these weird spin-offs like Freddy in Space 3, and we got whatever the Steel Wool's doing. And Lumix is out in the picture. FNaF AR is done. It's dead. So, is that it? I mean, there's a Fazbear Fanverse initiative, but that thing is, you know, deader than Roadkill. And I've seen Roadkill outside my house, actually. Pretty dead. I don't know. I'm sure the Fanverse is going to pick up eventually. I mean, the people making it as students, they're like me. They are not doing this as full-time jobs, and I respect that, but it's had more issues than delays, and I don't want to talk about that. Fucking hell. I don't know, guys. Can't say. It's too early. But in the moment, that's my review of the FNaF movie, and that's my thoughts on the franchise. I'm really curious to see where it goes. I think we're at a big turning point, and I think it might just kind of drift as is with the same kind of content releases, but it feels like there's a hole in the center. In terms of games, big games, actually good games. Maybe a game as big as Security Breach, but with all the qualities of something like Pizzeria Simulator. We've not had anything like that. And I think that's what the franchise needs. It needs a blockbuster game that doesn't fail. But the actual direction tonally of the franchise, it's reached this weird in-between point, and I think this is just kind of set forever now. I think there's always going to be side projects. There could be a game based on Fazbear Frights that's like super gritty and it falls in line with like Amnesia the Bunker and Slender the Arrival, which could be awesome, but that will never be the FNaF. It will just be like one of many projects. This right here, I can't point. This right here, this is FNaF now. It's still in this weird limbo of kid-friendly horror, and I feel like this definitely strays away from the kid-friendly, which is good, but also it feels very Marvel, very cliche, kind of generic. Because take away FNaF, this movie's very generic. All the tropes and ideas it uses, it doesn't really do much that hasn't really been done before. So I don't know. I'm not impressed, but I'm not super disappointed. And, you know, maybe that's just the way it is. Like, I've been in FNaF for a long, long time now. And maybe, you know, I just really, truly need to let go. I thought I had already, but I've kept coming back, you know, mostly for this, for the few things that keep me hanging around. Because, like, I'm not deeply immersed in FNaF anymore, but I can't just detach, you know, 10 years of, you know, social groups and media from my life just like that. And I was really, really curious and hopeful for this movie, but, you know, it's not good. It's not bad. But, you know, maybe that's okay. Maybe at the end of the day, FNaF is just this mediocre, you know, for fun franchise, and it's not that deep. It's never gonna reach the potential of something like, I don't know, Breaking Bad. It's never gonna be as deep or as meaningful, you know, as Doctor Who. I mean, a FNaF TV show is one of the few things they haven't done, and I don't think they could do anything that resonates quite as much as Andor, or even The Mandalorian. Like, they just can't get the writing down that good. And I'm not saying Scott Cawthon's holding the franchise back, because I think he has the right, and has probably made the right choice by keeping a good control over everything and heading things like writing. I think he is actually a decent writer, but he's really not that good. He writes fun little stories for his fun little games. He's not a professional writer, and sadly, when it's come to handing control over to other people, he's made a lot of bad choices, and he has not found trustworthy talent for a lot of the other projects he's done. That being said, the writers of Fazbear Frights are pretty damn good. If you could find someone to do screenplay to the level of some of Fazbear Frights, but Fazbear Frights is also atrocious. There are some horrible fucking stories in there. It's all very hit and miss. It's all very middle of the road, and maybe that's what FNaF is doomed to be. I mean, ever since, you know, we got the ending of Ultimate Custom Night, we're just stuck in the void perpetually, just endlessly tormented by the promise and the hope of fulfilling potential that's just never going to be. But that's just me, you know? Everyone's going to have different opinions, different takes. Maybe the truth is that FNaF is just changing, and it's out with the old and in with the new. It's changing to something else because it needs to evolve, because it can't be the same thing forever. And, you know, there's going to be a new audience who loves this just as much as I love FNaF 1 to Ultimate Custom Night, you know, back in the day, you know, and you know, experiences the FNaF movie the way I experienced Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator or something like that. I don't know. Maybe that's just how it is, and that's okay. You know, I've had a lot of time to kind of process, so... Anyway, I've rambled long enough. Literally everyone's left, which is part why I recorded this, so I could re-upload it. But that is everything. I have talked for more than long enough. That is pretty much my full thoughts on the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. So, thank you so much for watching. That was a big old chat about the FNaF movie. Honestly, I feel like I might just timestamp this within the stream rather than upload it separately. I don't know how bad the connections were. But yeah, we also played, you know, the FNaF movie game, Freddy in Space 3. No one's around now. I was going to mention this at the end, but no one's around. I think I'm going to do a community post or something. But yeah, for anyone still watching, I'm doing a big old charity stream, and it's happening in just a couple days from now. This thing's still going off. I'm going to be doing a charity stream. It's not just on October 29th. It is going to be starting tomorrow across 4 streams. There's going to be a whole series of streams that's all going to be interconnected. I'm going to type this all up because no one's going to see it like this. And yeah, we're raising money for Child's Play, which delivers therapeutic games and technology directly to pediatric hospitals to improve patients' lives through the power of play. Links in the description. Check it out, read about it. I'm going to be raising awareness about all of this over the next few days, but that was today's charity shout out as well. Yeah. My voice is dead because I'm still ill, so I'm going to go. I'm going to get rid of these because I definitely don't need those anymore. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, tomorrow, I'll be back tomorrow with a very special stream. Stay hydrated.